Just 2 months ago, Joao Pedro was seen as a promising young forward at Brighton. Today, at just 23, he's making the world take notice in Chelsea blue. Against Fulham, deep into the 9th minute of first-half stoppage time, he soared into the night sky and unleashed a header like an arrow tearing through the defense. A moment that didn't just put Chelsea ahead, but declared to the Premier League. Joao Pedro is no rookie. He's the brightest star of this new season. That victory over Fulham was another dazzling chapter in the story Pedro is writing at Stamford Bridge. His header, perfectly timed from Enzo Fernandez's corner, didn't just break the deadlock, it underlined his growing reputation as a weapon in set pieces. "We worked on it in the week," Pedro said afterward, excitement still in his voice. "I knew that if the ball went behind or over the defender, then I needed to be in the right position and to be ready. Thankfully, it worked out that way, and I was very happy to score." That was the product of countless hours on the training pitches at Cobham, of repetition, precision, and belief-turning practice into perfection. 5 goals and 2 assists in just 5 starts. Those numbers aren't simply impressive. They're a challenge Pedro has thrown down to every defense in the Premier League. But what makes Joao Pedro truly different? It's not just the goals. Against Fulham, he was asked to fill the number 10 role usually owned by Cole Palmer, sidelined with injury. Under the weight of that responsibility, Pedro didn't just cope. He flourished. He dictated tempo, glided past defenders with silky touches, and carved open space for his teammates. Former Chelsea star Joe Cole couldn't hide his admiration on TNT Sport. Early on in the game, like a lot of the Chelsea players, he wasn't at it. He grew into it. He's a goal threat, we know that. He can play number 9, number 10, number 11. He's got this swagger about him when he receives the ball. He's just hit the ground running. I think he's got the ability to go up levels. That versatility is exactly why Chelsea were willing to spend £60 million to bring him in from Brighton. And right now it looks like money very, very well spent. Joao Pedro's Premier League journey hasn't always been smooth sailing. Before Chelsea came calling, he had already lived through the grind at Watford, scoring from distance one week, battling the relentless pressure of a struggling side the next. At Brighton, Pedro exploded into life. 40 goals in just 70 games, including 6 strikes in 6 Europa League matches that made him the group stage top scorer. But Brighton was also where the doubts crept in. Questions about his temperament lingered, and a rash red card against Brentford only fueled the criticism. Chelsea, though, saw the raw diamond beneath the rough edges and took the gamble. The payoff? Pedro hasn't just met expectations, he's surpassed them, standing out in a squad brimming with young talent, from Estevão Willian to Liam Delap. The Fulham victory told the story of his maturity. In the first half, Chelsea were pinned back, Fulham dictating possession and creating chances. Yet Pedro, calm as ever, never flinched. As early as the 4th minute, he tested Bernd Leno with a thunderous strike from range. By the second half, when Chelsea finally found their rhythm, Pedro became the heartbeat of the team. That stoppage-time header wasn't only a goal, it was a symbol of persistence. It was very difficult for us in the beginning, especially in the first half, but we kept fighting, worked hard, and got the rewards in the end. In the second half, I thought we played very well as a team and deserved the victory, Pedro said afterward. That blend of self-belief and technical elegance has drawn comparisons to Roberto Firmino at his peak, a forward who doesn't just score goals, but serves as the glue that binds an entire team together. Looking back at last month's Club World Cup, where Joao Pedro made his Chelsea debut, he delivered a statement few will forget. In the semi-final against Fluminense, his old club, Pedro struck twice, a stunning long-range effort and a ruthless finish inside the box. Then, in the final against Paris Saint-Germain, he sealed Chelsea's 3-0 triumph with a goal that crowned them world champions. Those goals didn't just repay part of the transfer fee, they announced to the world that Chelsea had unearthed a genuine star. But what truly sets Joao Pedro apart from other high-profile arrivals, like Arsenal's Victor Gyökeres or Manchester United's Benjamin Šeško, is his seamless adaptation. While Gyökeres still needs time to adjust to the Premier League's intensity, Pedro looks as if he was born for it. He doesn't just score, He balances Chelsea's entire attacking structure. The numbers back it up. Pedro's off-the-ball movement ranks among the best forwards across Europe's top 5 leagues, constantly pulling defenders away and creating space for teammates like Enzo Fernandez and Pedro Neto. His ability to knit midfield and attack together, combined with sharp tactical awareness, makes him the perfect cog in Enzo Maresca's system. Then there's his versatility. Pedro can lead the line as a classic number 9, operate as a creative number 10, or stretch defenses from the wing. Against West Ham, he lined up as a number 10, scoring with a header and providing assists for both Pedro Neto and Trevoh Chalobah. Against Fulham, he reprised the same role, proving he's not just a goal scorer. He's an artist with the ball at his feet. Ally McCoist, the legendary pundit, summed it up best. Joao Pedro will be a fantastic signing for Chelsea. They have got a bit of a bargain there. But not everything has been flawless. At Brighton, Pedro faced criticism for his attitude, with some suggesting he lacked focus in big matches. A red card against Brentford last season left a blemish on his record, but he's answered those doubts with professionalism. Anyone who really knows me understands my character, he explained, insisting that those fiery moments were simply the product of his hunger to win. At Chelsea, under Enzo Maresca's guidance, Pedro seems to have found balance, channeling his fire into performance rather than confrontation. His brilliance goes beyond individual talent. It lies in how seamlessly he's embraced Chelsea's culture. He comes from Fluminense, where he was once just a boy with a dream of lifting his family out of hardship. His mother, Flavia, raised him on her own after his father, a former player, fell into trouble with the law. Those years of struggle forged the steel in Pedro's character, shaping him into the fighter we see today. "I play to make my mother proud," he once said, and with every goal in Chelsea blue, it feels like he's sending her a tribute. Compared to other signings, Pedro's consistency stands out. While fellow Chelsea newcomer Liam Delap has been sidelined by injuries, Pedro has featured in every competitive match this season, not missing a single minute. Data from Skill Corner shows he's involved in attacking sequences more often than 80% of Premier League forwards, a testament to just how influential he's become. Looking ahead, Joao Pedro isn't just Chelsea's present, he's their future. With a contract running through 2030, he has the time to grow, to lead, and to become the face of this team. Enzo Maresca, a manager devoted to possession-based football, needs a player like Pedro, someone who can score goals and knit the entire system together. In a Premier League landscape dominated by heavyweights like Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester City, Pedro could be the piece that brings Chelsea closer to the throne. Still, challenges lie ahead. September's schedule will pit the Blues against Bayern Munich and Manchester United, true tests of character for Pedro and his teammates. The win over Fulham wasn't just 3 points, it was a statement that Pedro is ready to become Chelsea's new symbol. He's not only putting the ball in the net, but also inspiring those around him, injecting belief into a side still rebuilding its identity. I'm very excited to play for Chelsea, to fight for every title, every tournament, and play in the Champions League. Hopefully, we win as many trophies as possible, Pedro said, eyes burning with ambition. And with his talent, his relentless work ethic, and his heart on fire, Joao Pedro isn't just the Premier League's best new signing. He's the flame now burning at Stamford Bridge, one that promises to light up the entire football world.